did pre-order this book. I don't know how biased or non-biased this book review is.
I don't know why.
Hello guys, what's up? Welcome, or perhaps welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be doing a review on Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. I'm super excited to talk about this. I will tell you guys, this is my first actual review on my channel. So I don't know how put together it's going to be, but I tried to take notes and I tried to make sure that I've made a very cohesive review. Before we get started, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, please feel free to comment down anything below that you agree with or that you disagree with. And without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this. Concrete Rose is the prequel to The Hate U Give, and if you guys have not read The Hate U Give, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Now, I'm pretty sure you would want to read The Hate U Give before you read this. There's no spoilers in it if you were to read it vice versa, honestly. In this book, we get to go through the experience with Maverick Carter on what it feels like growing up in Garden Heights, to experience what it's like dealing with incarceration, gangs. This book talks a lot about how that lifestyle from the streets to a home life, to having a child while you're still a child, how that can put so much pressure on you. And it's not easy knowing that you have all this pressure on you, and working a legal way is getting you nothing. It's getting you nowhere. It's making you feel embarrassed, making you feel like you can't provide. It's making you feel like you're gonna have to watch the people you love suffer because you can't do your part. Not even take care of everything, because he is still a child, but this is his reality. This is a lot of people's reality. They have to work with their parent to be able to, for them all to be able to live somewhere or have food. And I think it's on display how much he really needed money. He knew doing drugs was the wrong thing, but he also knew he had to put food on his child's table. I just thought it was so important that this book emphasized how, even though you can grow up in a lifestyle where you're immune to things that are happening, how sometimes for you to be able to grow yourself and become the man that you need to be, or become the woman that you need to be, you have to let go. I even want to talk about one of the things that I flagged. You gotta love people enough to let them go, especially when you're the reason they're gone. I really loved the relationship that he had with Lisa. The relationship that Maverick has with his mom makes me so happy, because I don't know, I love how open she was. I loved how loving she was. And honestly, like I said before, the relationship that he has with his parents, you can understand why Maverick Carter became an amazing father. I loved experiencing Seven as a little kid. I love how much his son drove him to do better. But a lot of people join gangs for a lot of different reasons, and although I feel like his situation was different, it really did emphasize what the gangs offered, as far as some people join a gang because they want to make sure they're protected. Some people join a gang because they need that form of family. They know that if they need food, or if they're experiencing food insecurity, they'll help them with that. If they're experiencing you know, not having that mom there, or not having that dad there, they'll fill in that hole. You can pretty much ask for anything that you need to survive life-wise, and they'll be there for you. And so they keep that brother pact. And so in the story, the gang meant a lot to him. And not only did it mean a lot to him, but also, once you're in a gang, it is very hard to get out. And I think it really talks about that a lot. And it's kind of like a circle. It's kind of like a circle around thing. Like, you kill my brother, so I gotta make sure I kill you. And when the person that knows that I killed you, then I gotta kill you. And it's like the cycle goes on and on. So this book does deal with a form of grief, and I love that being a conversation too, because I think that it's important that people know that it is reality to lose a friend through loss of having to cut him off, and loss of connection. Friendships that break up and friendships that deteriorate, they're painful. They're painful, just like losing someone is painful. I loved how she kind of showed how he would still be hesitant even with having all that, because I feel like a lot of people think that, okay, well, you have someone in your life, you have about a couple people in your life that you can look up to, you should be set. And that still doesn't ultimately mean that people won't be hesitant to leave the lifestyle that they're living, because it's all they know, it's all they've grown up with. And honestly, a lot of these children that are growing up with Maverick, they had to inherit the gang. They didn't have another choice. The lifestyle that their parents set up before them gave them no other choice living in Garden Heights but to be in a gang. And especially allowing him to be able to cry and still feel like a man like, I love that. I love that, because a lot of the times, young black men especially, they are taught not to cry. They are taught, oh, like, that hurts you, you're feeling pain, you're feeling this, you've lost this person, you've lost that person. Well, you can do everything, but you can't cry. You can do anything you need to do, punch that, do this, but you can't cry. And so I just feel like it was really, really nice to know that he could cry and still feel like a man. He could cry and still feel proud of himself. There was just no dull moment for me. Angie Thomas makes such good three-dimensional characters. Even if you don't understand the perspective that they are told from, you have to admit that her characters feel like real people. And if you don't experience that, I don't know what to say. But like, I feel like for the most part, people have to admit that she makes three-dimensional characters. In this book, she made me experience grief. She made me laugh. She made me cry. I felt all forms of emotions, and I feel like that says a lot. Like, your words can say a lot, obviously, within a book. As a person of color, I understood almost every single thing that was happening in this book. I understood the dialogue. I understood the jokes. I understood it because that's real life stuff that happens in the black community. Real life stuff that, you know, I've experienced, or I know someone that's experienced it, or, you know, like, there was nothing in this book that was lies or over exaggerated or overreacted. I think she did a very good job with showing real characters. Maverick Carter feels real. I'm one of the people that wanted her to write Concrete Rose after writing The Hate You Give. I'm one of the people that I would like another book around Garden Heights. I would like another book talking about Star. I would like another book talking about Maverick. I'm here for it. Like, I genuinely am here for it. And it may be because her first book meant so much to me, but I genuinely enjoyed this book. Like, I pre-ordered it, and I was super, super excited to get this book. I would read this book again, but I would read it again because I love Angie Thomas, and I just feel like the more work that she does, the better that she becomes as a writer. I love her characters. I can see the perspective and the lenses that she shows. I've experienced some of the stuff that she talks about, like I said again, and I don't know, I really just appreciate her as an author, and I'm so happy that her books exist. So that is my review for Concrete Rose. I'm super, super excited that I read this book, and if you guys have read this book, please make sure to comment down below. We can talk about it, we can discuss it. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, so if you guys have not hit the subscribe button, please make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Because I love Angie Thomas. I honestly read The Hate You Give in high school, and that book meant so much to me because of like what I was going through when I did read that book. So at this point, I will pick up anything that Angie Thomas writes. So that's why I say it could be a form of a biased review. Also, I am a person of color.